Hey there, I am Lana. This is from Corporate Crystals. We're back for another video. Today's video is a requested video by many of you. And sorry for the delay. I just wanted to make sure that before I taught about it, I had confidence in what I was saying, and also I had a few more experiences that needed to happen before I could kind of see the whole picture, so I'm grateful that I waited. Um, So yeah, today we're going to talk about the 144,000. And this is going to be a potentially controversial video, but I want you guys to approach the video, remove religion from it. We're not talking about religion. That's a whole other topic. So if you have religious upbringing, religious understanding, throw all of that away and just have an open mind for this video. That's all I ask, because I was raised without religion and without a belief system, and I now view that as a huge advantage for this journey. And so I remember when I first, was awakened and realized I was on a twin flame journey, I kept seeing the 144,000 kind of popping up as I was doing research and trying to figure what the heck was going on. And what I figured out is that it's referenced in a lot of ancient texts. It's referenced in the Bible. It's referenced in, if you do the research, it's referenced in a lot of different religions in a variety of ways. And it's referencing a specific group of souls, essentially, and them having a specific mission. And depending where you go for the information, depending what religion, it all says different things. So I'm not going to get into that. But what I'll tell you is based on my experience, what I have learned and what I believe this represents. So why do I feel as though I am a credible source for this? Because I can officially say that I am one of the 144,000 souls that is a key holder for the ascension of the planet, which sounds really freaking wild if I'm honest. And I had a hard time believing it, and I had a lot of self-worth issues to be able to believe it and say it and have confidence in it. But it's freaking true. So I want to kind of get into my understanding of what it is. So the first thing is 144 is a frequency. And that frequency is basically, in order for you to merge back with source, you ascend your consciousness through the 12 dimensions. And then once you're at the 12th dimension, you merge back with source. That's called Gamos. Once you're merged back with source with your balance of masculine and feminine energy at the 12th dimension in Gamos, you have achieved the frequency of 144,000. So it's 12 dimensions. Each dimension has 12 subharmonics within that dimensional consciousness. So that's where the number comes from. And every single human being on the planet has the ability to ascend to the 144,000 frequency. And then because we are all connected in oneness and we are one consciousness, we technically all are a part of the 144,000 frequency, because energetically we are all connected. So we all have the ability to tap into that frequency. We simply have to own our own frequency and ascend to get there, right? So as we've talked about in other videos, as some people ascend into higher frequency, it actually pulls the frequency of the planet with it, because we are all connected. So we are truly all part of the 144,000 from an energetic perspective. But oneness does not mean sameness, okay? So just because every human being has the ability to ascend to that 144,000 frequency does not mean that on our planet right now, everyone will. There are people who are choosing not to ascend. There are people who are choosing, to not have that as part of their path in this lifetime, and that's totally okay. If their soul chooses that, that's their free will decision. And then for people who are choosing to ascend, that doesn't necessarily mean that their ascension journey is going to take them to the 12th dimension. Perhaps that's not something that their soul is supposed to do in this lifetime or whatever, right? But there are people who their soul contract was that they are destined to get to the 144,000 frequency, because within their own DNA, they have energetic coding that allows for them to essentially like navigate through the dimensions to unlock, or kind of like, I don't know, we're getting into some of the stuff that like I get lost in. But basically the coding and the keys within their DNA allows them to ascend to the 144,000 frequency band in order for them to lock in the grid of the collective consciousness, the grid of the planet. So there are also, which I had a hard time like believing, that it would be specific people, because once you get to like oneness, you start kind of thinking of things as like we're all the same, we're all equal, and all of that is totally true. The difference is within that equality and within that oneness, we all have a specific role. And certain people's journeys are designed in order for their physical body to ascend to the 144,000 frequency, where other people's paths are not designed to do that. And I just happen to be one of the people who my soul journey in this lifetime is, or was, to ascend to the 144,000 frequency, basically like whether I wanted to or not. And that's a controversial thing to say, but as I share more about my journey and start opening up about it, it was really, really intense. And because it was really, really intense, I can confidently say that not tons of souls would be able to navigate that path. So because of that, these are very specific soul contracts with very specific paths designed for a specific reason in order for our energetic frequency to have the ability to get there, to anchor in and unlock from a DNA perspective, an energetic perspective, to that frequency, because the planet was unable to connect to that frequency prior. The reason the planet was unable to connect to that frequency prior is due to some of the like phantom matrix stuff, the inverted energies, and basically some like energy manipulation that was making it to where the connection back to source was being messed with or manipulated. And I'll get into that in other videos. But for this specific one, that's why we had to have specific souls come in with essentially like coding within their DNA in order to get the energy frequency back to that frequency, to then have the planetary energy elevate as they elevate, kind of thing. So now, as I've ascended to where I'm at, I'm able to confidently say it is also a number of souls, or a number of fractals, or a grouping of souls who are a part of like the cosmic monad. The cosmic monad, they share an energy and they share a consciousness essentially. And that energy that they share then can fractalize or individualize into specific beings, so specific individual humans. And those humans are designed, their role on the planet is to ascend to a specific level to anchor in the 144,000 frequency. So in summary, 144,000 is not only referencing a frequency band, it is also referencing specific individuals who are soul contract required, essentially, because their DNA is coded for that frequency within this lifetime to get there. It is not only a quantity of people, but it's also the frequency. The frequency, anyone on the planet can ascend to that frequency. And then everyone is connected to that frequency through oneness, because we all share one collective consciousness. But there are individuals who are anchoring it in order to help elevate the planet. I believe that there are individuals who, I'm not going to make a comment if all of the 144,000 are twins, because I don't feel confident enough to say yay or nay. All I can say is that I am a twin flame. I am in the 144,000 and I have ascended to that frequency. Therefore, I'm confident to share this information. If there are other just star seeds or people who are not twin flames who have the coding and they anchor in the frequency, that makes sense to me too. I'm open and I'm neutral to kind of like learning more about that. But what I do know for a fact is that as a twin flame, I myself know that we are at least a piece of the 144,000, if not all people within that monad are twins. I don't know. But that's where I'm kind of feeling it right now, is that it is a specific quantity of fractals or individuals who are destined to ascend to that level in order, like first, basically. It's just front runners or people who had to anchor it in because their DNA had the ability to reach those high frequencies. Once the high frequencies are anchored on the planet, everybody can start tapping into them as well. So no matter who it is, everyone can tap into the energy, and they can also ascend to the 12th dimension. And as they ascend to the 12th dimension, 12 subharmonics, when within the 12 dimensions, 12 by 12 is 144. So that's my understanding of it right now. I'm sure it will continue to kind of like evolve, but I just wanted to make sure to not only answer that, because people have definitely been requesting this video, but also like speak my truth a little bit, because it is scary for me to know that I like didn't believe in God and now I'm in the 144,000. Like that was, a bit of a mind melt, but it's by design. Now that I have ascended to ascended mastery, it basically took me from asleep in the middle of the matrix to ascended mastery and having an activated solar rishi consciousness, which means that I am one of the key holders for that frequency to allow the frequency to exist on the planet and all of us to tap into it and ascend to it if we want to. So yeah, I would say that's a good place for this video. There's tons more we could get into in regards to this, but I'm just trying to keep it short and sweet. I'm sure some of you already know this, and no matter who you are or where you're at in your journey, you're part of this. There's just certain individuals who had to like anchor the frequency first. It's kind of like front runners, wave one individuals. And now everybody also has the ability to ascend within your own individual vessel and consciousness through the 12 dimensions. And as you do that and you get to Heros Gamos at the 12th dimension, you have accomplished 12 subharmonics within 12 dimensions. 12 by 12 is 144. So yeah, you can be part of it too, or you are part of it, but you can ascend to it as well and feel that frequency and live your life within that frequency. And that frequency is basically heaven on earth. So I'd encourage you to, do some research. I'm going to attach a link within the description to a couple websites so you guys can get some more information about it if you want. Just kind of dig. Let your intuition kind of guide you around. I'm sure a bunch of twins would feel a part of this number or have it referenced within their reality. It's because you are part of it. Every single human being is part of it. But twins and light workers, everyone that's a part of the ascension mission, definitely have a kind of like front runner energetic where our frequencies were designed to help elevate the planet to these higher frequencies. And as the front runners, they're just specific individuals with the keys. That's it. And all of us have the key for our own journey, so we can all get there. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye!